All right, Justin, thank you. Well, in less than 2 days, early voting begins in New York.
That's right. And PIX11 is your local election headquarters. We want to make sure that you are prepared. The New York City mayoral candidates aren't the only ones on the ballot. There are also 6 proposals that could shape the future of affordable housing and change the city's charter. So here to give us a step-by-step voter guide before you head to the polls are Michael Ryan and Vincent Ignizio from the New York City Board of Elections. So welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of folks turn out for the primaries back in June, and you're expecting a record number of folks to turn out for this election. How is the Board of Elections preparing for this big number?
We prepare like we always do. We have a little over 5 million registered voters in the city of New York. We prepare for 5 million voters to show up. Very often, less than that shows up. Usually, it's the presidential is the highest. So we set the table, and we hope that all the guests arrive to the party.
Well, we want all the guests to arrive, of course. Vincent, early voting, very important here in the city. How many early voting sites are you expected to have around the borough?
So there'll be 156 throughout the city of New York, and 50,000 people have already voted. People can still get their mail, ballot by mail, if they go to our website, vote.nyc. But we're excited. We're ready to go. The Board of Elections is ready, and we start in 2 days. It's 9 a.m. on Saturday. Anybody can go to their sites, vote.nyc, if you don't know where to vote. And I want to show you in this.
Yeah.
We did a whole PIX11 poll site here, all right?
Yeah,
so,
that's great.
So
yeah,
if you,
look at that.
If you come on in.
Here,
Machines and everything.
That's great. So if you come here, you go up to your booth, you check in, they're going to give you a ballot. You're going to come in and you're going to just go behind your privacy booth here. Right. And if you need magnification, it's there for accessibility, whatnot. You're going to fill out your ballots, and then you're going to just come on over, go up to the scanners, put it in here, and as is.
Is it working? Is it powered? Oh no!
So they will, at the end of the day, they will come. The ballot itself will be scanned in, and ultimately counted, and it'll drop into a box here.
Okay.
Where it's registered and counted. But the most important thing is people flip over your ballots.
Yes.
What's going on? There are many requests. There are many. Ballot proposals on the back that are really important for the city of New York and the state. So you're going to have to flip it over and ultimately fill out those. A lot of people forget. That's one of the main things we're trying to drill home.
Well, this whole thing kind of begs the question, though. What if there are malfunctioning
So the
machines?
good news is we have the ability to put them in as a Dropbox. If the scanner's not working, it will drop in and it will be counted and scanned later on in the process.
We have redundancy built upon redundancy in the process. Yeah. And there are multiple scanners at locations, so if one didn't happen to work, they would move you over to the next one.
Okay.
This was working backstage until we rolled it out.
That's what happens with
when we
live
had to disconnect the power source.
Live machine, animals and machines, they don't work. They don't work on live.
I was the jinx today because I said, we're always worried that as soon as we get out there, it's not going to work.
Now, besides picking a mayor in this election, we also have a number of ballot proposals, a few of them looking to change the city charter. Tell us a little bit about some of the ballot proposals that are going to be on the ballot.
A lot of there are several ballot proposals with respect to, I'll keep it general, with respect to the relationship between the mayor and the city council and what the mayor's authority would be, particularly over property issues.
Yeah.
And
land use procedures, which sounds boring and kind of esoteric, but it would really change the shape and the scope of the mayor's authority.
This is about fast-tracking affordable housing.
Mm-hmm. It certainly is, and that's why we do our best to stay away from the political nature of those issues, but it is an important issue. We can certainly say that for sure.
And Craig, our role is just to ensure that people remember it. There are so many people that we get calls constantly, Hazel, they come and they say, I forgot all about them on the back. Flip over your ballot. Let your voice be heard. Make sure you flip it over. There are proposals there that are really important. Some that will impact the city greater than some of the elections they
Well, one of those ballot proposals is to change the date of the election, right? I mean, to put them on even-numbered years.
Yeah, which would also require a constitutional convention in the state. So it's a whiles away, but yes, there is one that does that as well.
Right, and that creates some other layers of
Yeah.
complication, particularly with respect to ranked choice voting for the June primaries. Having the state contests and the city contests, it's prohibited. So we'd be talking about, you think you have one piece of paper, you'd have multiple layers of paper. But to what Vinny said is, that would, if that passed, it would still require a constitutional amendment.
Still got to go to the state.
In two separately elected state legislatures, and then signed by a governor.
So that'll be years.
Yes.
What won't be years is the election results. People keep asking, when are the election results going to come out? We anticipate sometime in the neighborhood between 10 and 11 o'clock, we will know ultimately who wins these elections, should it be, not come down to paper. So
all right. Well, gentlemen, thanks so much for prepping us for this election season.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You got your sneakers on. We're
ready to go.
You'll need your sneakers on, too, because election day is going to be busy.
Just a reminder again, early voting begins Saturday, October 25th through Sunday, November 2nd, and Election Day is on Tuesday, November 4th.